Jonathan Sirois, the young 21-year-old Canadian goalkeeper, has a massive opportunity on his hands as he steps in as the new CF Montreal #1 goalkeeper as they are set to take on Austin FC in a massive match tomorrow. Welcome back, guys, to On the Rise with the latest Canadian news, and of course with James Pantemis going down with that injury in week 1 of the start of the MLS season against Inter Miami, it now leaves the door wide open for Jonathan Sirois, of course the ex-Valor FC man of the PL and the 21-year-old Canadian goalkeeper, who in my eyes has an extremely high ceiling in the world of football, has a chance now to step in and lock down that #1 role as the CF Montreal goalkeeper. This is a huge opportunity. James Pantemis is now out for the likes of 2 to 6 weeks, of course a lot less of a time frame than a lot of people thought originally from that injury that first happened for James Pantemis, and that is all being reported through Alexander Gongiaruzik of the Northern Football Podcast, and this is of course a huge chance for Jonathan Sirois to step up, step in, and prove that he is really ready for an MLS starting role and that he is ready to be that CF Montreal man. For me, going into this season, between James Pantemis and Jonathan Sirois, I thought this race might have been wide open. I think that is a lot to think, of course, as a new goalkeeper, a young Canadian coming from the Canadian Premier League. But what I saw from Jonathan Sirois, I always thought he was ready. I think both these goalkeepers, as Canadians and Pantemis and Sirois, are both brilliant goalkeepers. But I think Sirois has a really high ceiling, and I've always liked what I've seen from him. And I think he's going to step into this match. It's a huge match. Of course, one of the best teams in the MLS, arguably could be the best, has a brilliant attack. Of course, one of the best attackers in the MLS in Driussi. Austin, of course, finished second last season in their conference, a brilliant side. Stepping into this match is a huge chance for Jonathan Sirois. He is getting thrown straight into the deep end, and it's a massive opportunity. But for me, guys, if he has a couple brilliant weeks with CF Montreal, I think he could possibly lock down that #1 role, potentially for the rest of the year. And I think that is a great chance for Jonathan Sirois. Of course, he's a great goalkeeper. You look at his age, 21 years old. I think he's a fantastic player for the Canadian men's national team and for CF Montreal. And it's going to be very exciting to see what he can do with CF Montreal in these potential couple of weeks. Let's just ballpark and say, yes, it's a 2 to 6 week range that James Pantemis could be out injured. But right now, let's say 4 weeks. 4 weeks leaves him 4 games to go out there and truly put it all out on the line, prove himself, and play at the top of his ability for Jonathan Sirois. And he has some unbelievable matches coming up for CF Montreal. Some amazing competition as they look to go up against Austin FC tomorrow, who has some brilliant attackers. Some of the best in the MLS, of course, guys. If you want to look at it, they got likes of Maximiliano Urruti, Zardes, Driussi. Of course, everyone knows how good Driussi is. He is by far one of the best attackers in the league, as well as they just brought in Rigoni from the Argentinian league as well, or from the Brazilian league as well, and he's of course Argentinian. They have a brilliant attack, and this Austin FC side is of course one of the best in the MLS. That isn't arguable at all. There's such a brilliant side. Then they go up against Nashville, another one of the best attackers in Hani Mukhtar. Then they got Philadelphia Union, and if he does get to play for 4 games, he would then get in a Canadian matchup against Vancouver Whitecaps. A huge opportunity for Jonathan Sirois. Some unbelievable matches to go out there, prove yourself, get your feet wet in the MLS. Of course, getting 7 minutes against Inter Miami. That was a great way to get him in. Maybe it's a little bit of a feeder. I mean, it's not a great thing or not really the best way to get in as your first couple of minutes in the MLS, coming on for an injured fellow Canadian, your teammate, a goalkeeper. Of course, that's probably the worst way to get your first chance to get your feet wet in the MLS or in any club form. But he got his chance. He's getting his chance now. And as all Canadians have done around the world of football, like Stefan Eustáquio doing it for FC Porto, now becoming the most valuable player in their league in the midfield on transfer market. All Canadians have truly stepped up when they've been called upon, taken their chance, and they have run with it. And I think this is Jonathan Sirois' true chance to step up and truly take it. And I think he will. You just got to look at how good he was with Valor. He had so many appearances. He was absolutely brilliant with Valor FC. And there's a reason why CF Montreal are willing to give him this chance, willing to give it a backup this chance. At the age of 21, it shows how much confidence they have in a young 21-year-old goalkeeper. And the fact that he was playing at 19 years of age in net, in a senior league, in a new league in Valor FC in the Canadian Premier League, it is very exciting. And the fact that he did play 43 matches, having 43 starts, and of course, 3,870 minutes. He was absolutely brilliant with the likes of Valor FC. First season going 24 matches for 24 starts, and the next season after that 19 matches, 19 starts. Absolutely brilliant. Such an exciting young Canadian goalkeeper. Canada has a lot of exciting goalkeepers. Whether you want to look abroad at McGill or so many others who are potential dual nationals, why not we look at goalkeepers who are Canadian based, who are fully Canadian, in Jonathan Sirois, a guy that we can potentially lock down. I think a guy who has a very high future that we should be looking at a lot more. Jonathan Sirois is 21 years of age, getting a massive chance here for CF Montreal. Let me know what you guys think. Will Jonathan Sirois step up to the plate tomorrow against Austin FC? And do you think he is ready? And what is your guys' idea of Jonathan Sirois? Do you think he has a high ceiling? What do you guys truly expect to come out of Jonathan Sirois' career? But most notably, guys, let's focus on these 4 potential games for Jonathan Sirois and see how he can match up against some of the best teams in the MLS, and of course Austin FC and Nashville, against some of these brilliant attackers in Mukhtar and of course Driussi and many more. It's a very exciting time for Jonathan Sirois, and especially Canadian fans. Keep an eye on this game for CF Montreal. They are truly a team that all Canada fans need to be watching. Guys, let me know what you guys think about Jonathan Sirois' chances tomorrow, and of course for his next little run-in, and how you guys feel about Jonathan Sirois. Hit the comments down below. We're now back on regular form, as I've of course moved. I'm back at home, so we're going to be back on the grind. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Hit that like button and drop a sub, as we are so close to hitting that triple digits. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.